What'd you get into? You smell like wet dog. Because that's what you is. After what happened yesterday, I'm scared to check the oil. Actually, this dipstick's a different length, so it's not even... I guess I'll see if there's any in there at all. Just get a little snug. Don't crank on these, fellas. That ain't good. I smell skunk, and I can see Ellie running back in them trees. She gonna get stanky. Yeah, stay over there. No, don't come over here. No. I can smell you from here. You nasty. We're waiting on some seed. Should be here within the hour. And also, Dad got up extra early. He took a beef in this morning, so he's already coming back. He's almost... He'll be back real soon. Ow. I like to get that oil cap back on. Right now we got this one taped shut. Looks like we ground a bit of hay yesterday. 1 or 2 bales. How come I smell more skunk the closer I get to you? What a weirdo. So yesterday I was screwing this back in, and this yellow part stripped right off. It's glued on apparently, so that's pretty fancy. And so I was like, well crap, what are we gonna do now? Well, we went to the 9230 in the back and we took that one, put it in here, and then we worked on gluing this one back together. Definitely not gonna get it too tight today. What am I supposed to do now? We used PVC, that primer and the glue. I had a decent amount of hope in that, but it didn't even slightly grab on there. Maybe this is what we should have started with. We got some JB Weld, Super Weld, bonds skin and eyes instantly. Alright, this is our only hope. Hello? Sounds like Dad's home. I really hope that works. Morning.
Have we got beans yet?
We have not got beans.
Okay.
We got bad news though. I tried that cap and that yellow part didn't stick on from yesterday.
Oh.
So I just used that JB Weld, and I guess we'll find out here in like 20 minutes.
Okay. Well, you gotta have the other one for the 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. I don't really want to start that 4-wheel drive too bad without a cap on the engine oil. Hey! Seat's here. Little cayenne pepper. We'll just do it real loose like. I think JB Weld is like some of the best stuff out there. So if this don't work, we just gotta retire. Or we gotta trade in the tractor. One of those two.
You don't think they sell these?
I don't think so.
Oh, just gotta trade tractor, eh?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's a shame. I like this one.
Yeah, I do too. It's kind of a favorite.
Don't get too wild on it. Ain't no Brian tight on this one. When it gets too loose, you know you've gone too far. All right.
Yeah. That'll be gone later.
I hope not. Should we tape it just in case? Yes. Tape it down?
Yes.
Okay. Definitely a funny feeling driving this thing up here with just tape over that. Oh, I did not want to run it like this today. Come on now. Come on now. Easy. Oh, yeah. And this one breaks. Wouldn't that be a story? I'm pretty sure this inside dual is flat. Looks like and smells like we got a tiny antifreeze leak. I think it's coming right from that connection. I'd assume, or I want to assume, that once that fluid warms up, it'll quit leaking. Maybe it'll get worse. .9230 is ready to roll. Literally, just waiting on the new toy. I'm not sure where Dad's planning on going today, and I assume he's probably gonna do maybe a quarter, 160 acres of beans. Guy's a little dirty, Wonder how far this will launch. Not too far. Gave Dad some food. On the docket today is a cold meat sandwich and a leftover brat. Just got a text, our land roller is 28 miles away. Be here in about an hour. I'm sure they got to go pretty slow with that unit. I'm gonna meet Dad halfway down. We're gonna check depth, make sure everything's looking goodly. Goodly. This is the first 160 acres. I guess we're stopping right there. And I'm backing up. That we tilled. And off in the distance, like a mile away, you can maybe see our house. Nice close field, nice big, close, square, all around a good field. We can put more down pressure. That sidewall's not very hard. And there's a little crumble. We got a couple options. Seems like a little dirt's falling back into that trench, seed trench. So we can increase down pressure, which is already somewhat high. So I think we're gonna throw the trash whippers a little bit deeper, throw a little more trash. There are a little bit of stacks left in the way, so we're gonna see if that does what we want it to do. I'm loving this though. Dig a little bit. No, I don't like that. That seed is in dry dirt. So maybe I don't love it. What is going on? You can see in the front, those trash whippers are chucking dirt, throwing stuff out of the way. And of course, there's good and bad to that. We're gonna go one more notch deeper. This field was tilled like a week, actually like 2, maybe even 3 weeks before that last one we were in yesterday. So this one's a little bit drier. So we're just trying to get into that moisture. The beloved duct tape.
Why, that's where I put that. Why'd you move it?
About time to roll. Wow.
He's the land roller guy. These are fairly new though, so we haven't been around them a lot. We start with the hydraulics. One will be the up and down. One will be your float right here.
Okay.
This keeps it just so your front hitch flexes. So when you're in the field, you want to make sure that's in float.
Yeah.
There are also a set of hydraulics to lock it in. Once you back it up, it'll lock in here, and that's what one of the sets are for. The other ones will turn your back wheels, so when you go to back up, it'll come out really quick. There'll be stops here, and there'll be up and down stops here as well. So you start out by just raising it up and taking all your stops out.
Okay.
There's 2 there, 1 in the center, and there should be 2 back here. The bearings are greaseless. Most everything's greaseless on this machine. About the only 2 zerks are right here is where on each side. So there should be 4 the way I saw it. I'm not
Even on these big.
Yep.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Most of the time people are over greasing bearings with electric guns, and so most companies have gotten away from any grease fittings on bearings. Pretty well everybody has.
Yeah, I was just greasing a little bit ago, and I was just like, yeah, 7, 8 pumps, that's probably a little excessive.
The electrics are really hard on the bearings, or on the seals. It pushes out the seals. It's not that the capacity, it's the speed that it's going in.
So we started with that 1547 as a demo, and then we bought it. So I'm a little worried if we keep demoing Brandt products, we're going to be in debt.
This is a sweet deal for Brandt, because we've only brought 1 product and we sold it to him. So.
Well, we're going to have to start selling land to buy Brandt products, I think.
That's right. That's right.
All right, we got the quick rundown. Let's hook her up, and then we're going to have 320 acres to do today. You guys like a spider monkey? Oh, that's a lot of iron. Let's go. Woo-wee. Man, I hope we squeeze through here. Thanks for taking me through it. I hope I don't break it. Thanks for coming out. See ya. See you in a bit. We got a few 100 acres to do. We're gonna get rolling. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. Going down the road, I'm glad that we got the 4-wheel drive on it. So that's a big chunk of iron back there. Let's just get going. We're gonna head down to the end, set my A-B line, and then we'll have 160 acres of smooth sailing. That stick's way out there. don't really want to hit one of those poles too bad. I hear that's expensive. And the worst part is you can't use your microwave for a few days. It doesn't look brand new anymore. Brandt new. Dusty out here, we could use rain. What we got here is the 564A Brandt 64-foot land roller. You can see it's a 5-section. We're going at 10.1 miles an hour. I'm sure it can handle a little bit more than that too. So we're gonna be able to do about 75 acres an hour. It's gonna take just a little over 2 hours to get this quarter done. And then I got another to do, so good deal. We'll be home by supper, even though I started late. Maybe someday they'll let me run that Brandt truck. It's a beauty. F-250. Woo!
I'm just sitting here waiting for some more beans to be delivered. They bring them out, dump them in my planter. It's a pretty nice deal. Anyway, you know, when we were talking to Michael about playing basketball back in the day, it kind of reminded me about a story of Cole playing in the state basketball tournament. It was a long shot, and Cole saw that the rebound was going to go long, and he sealed the guy inside so he could just back up a little bit and get the rebound. The guy didn't like that very well, and he reached around and was grabbing Cole's shorts, and he was trying to pull him down, and Cole took exception to that and turned around and shoved him into about the third row of bleachers. Not quite that bad. The ref saw that. Hey Cole, do you think maybe you can find some video of that and show the people? I like that video. That's all I got to say about that.
If you were here a year ago watching me do some rolling, we had a 50-foot land roller. And I was talking about how, you know, land rolling is pretty monotonous. It gets kind of boring. So one thing I do to pass the time is see how close I can get to the fence with the outside of the roller. And so we're going to have to, of course, carry that tradition on. It's a little bit further out there, can't see as well. The goal, of course, is to get, oh, we better start turning already. That's crazy. I just feel so far away yet so close to the fence. Oh, that was bad. We had a good 5 foot left. It was a pretty good turn though. Woo! It was fun. Looks like there's a tickle of weather rolling in. I don't think it's gonna rain though. We do have a shot of rain possibly on Saturday. Today's Thursday. We'll of course talk more about the land roller in the next few videos. We got a few days, 4 or 5 days of land rolling we gotta get done. Today we're just gonna, is it oogle? Is that the word? And just stare at it and admire its beauty. And then as we get more familiar with it, we'll talk about its personality and just who it is as a land roller. I'm sure many people have already asked in the video, what's the big pizza roller for? We personally use it for one big reason, and that's to push in rocks. Now I'm getting a phone call. Hello.
What do you think of the roller?
It's bigly.
Yeah? Are you glad you got the 4-wheel drive?
I'm so glad the 4-wheel drive. I don't know if the 72 would have done it.
Really?
It's, I mean, I could feel it pulling down the road. It's heavy built, got a big frame on it.
Are you glad you don't have the 84-footer?
That would have been fun too.
Are you keeping it out of the fence?
So far, it's a big roller. You can see we got corn stalks. It was corn last year. This year it's beans. When harvest comes, that bean header is running right on the ground. It's touching the ground basically all the time. And if a rock happens to get up in there and go through the combine, you can have thousands and thousands of dollars of damage. So that's what this thing does. It's pushing rocks in. But of course it does have a few secondary things that it's doing. Number one is it's pushing the stalks down into the dirt. And so that stuff breaks down by bacteria eating on it. And the soil has the bacteria. So that's going to help break down those stalks a little faster. It also crunches the ground a little bit more. Gives us better seed to soil contact, which we don't always need. You know, if your planter did a bad job at closing that trench, a land roller can help close it down a little bit more so there's not sun and air getting at that seed sitting down in the unclosed trench. There are a couple sprinkles actually coming out of that. Just a little spittle though. There is a downfall to rolling. One thing that my dad really doesn't like is it begins the great leaf migration into the fence line. So when you're turning, it's important to basically do it perfect. If you turn too sharp, that edge starts kind of rolling backwards, and then it pushes a bunch of dirt back and creates a berm. That one I turned not sharp enough. Our last two videos came out of this field. 2 videos ago we tilled it with a 9RX, and then yesterday Dad planted this. Wanted to plant it first since it was tilled last. We thought it'd be easier to get into moisture. We could really use the rain. You can see right here, just from rolling, we got a lot of dust flying. That was a close one. I had to turn around that ditch and we were really close to hitting the fence. Brandt is running a deal. There's a link below to a Brandt landing page. And if you're interested in getting $250 off a Brandt land roller or grain cart, you can hit that and get set up with your local dealer. And you can get $250 off a Brandt land roller or grain cart. Sounds like a win-win. You get a Brandt land roller and or a grain cart, and you also get $250 off. Like, what's better than that? Except I could go for a Big Mac right now, so that'd be pretty sweet. Maybe if you're good friends with your local dealer, he'd get you a Big Mac. If you really asked nicely. I'm hungry. Just looked and it said we got a 70% chance of rain for Saturday. If we could get just like a ½ inch, get these seeds going so they can root down into some deeper moisture, that's just what we need. All the way up to an inch 70, another inch 70 would be nice. Anything much more than that, we'll start filling in wet holes and drowning stuff out. So that's certainly a fine line, but I wouldn't complain too much for a good 3-inch soaker. I think a lot of it would soak right in. It's definitely too much rain, but it's hard to complain. We are marching through this field. This is the most acres in an hour I've ever gotten done doing anything. I've also never ran a 120-foot boom sprayer. They can burn some acres, I tell you what. I missed the rock back there. I could see it. Did I mention this also comes in an 84-foot model? Holy Moses. Woo. I don't know, guys. Do you think we can get that one in the ground? Maybe if Dad and Jeff jumped on it, we could get it in the ground. Doesn't look like there's any coolant dripping anymore. Or maybe since I'm looking at the end of the field, it all drained out already. So here's a fun fact. This is actually the first field I ever rolled. And I remember that because my Uncle Greg was teaching me how to roll, helping me unfold and stuff. And on our other roller, there's a tire at the end that really sticks out. And he was going along this fence and he actually slapped this tree right here. Pretty decent. Didn't wreck nothing or anything. It wasn't a big deal, but it's just one of the first things I remember about doing field work. My Uncle Greg teaching me how to roll. And look at me now. 64-foot land rolling machine. Maybe that was the tree. Big old ditch. And then we just drive forward. We got these blocks on here. You know, it's a giant piece of iron. Don't want all that bouncing, hurting these hydraulic cylinders. I bet you this unit would be fine. I know our other one, all the cylinders, if you look at them, have a slight bow in them. That other one is not a well-built machine. But also, this is a demo, so I don't want to break it too bad. On to the next one. From that field we just finished, we're just headed straight down about 2 miles, where Dad's probably got an hour left of planting, and we got about 2.5 hours of rolling. Tell you what, if I were on this school bus, I would not be happy. Sorry, kids. doesn't help in my ability to not run into the fence, that's for sure. No barbed wire sticking out over here. Thought there was anyway. Don't want that getting wrapped up in the bean head or anything like that. Some of that stuff you just really want to not get out of the tractor. Have you ever heard the saying, rocks are like hitchhikers? As long as you don't make eye contact, you don't gotta pick them up. Well, I made eye contact with that barbed wire. What even is that? We just covered ground like crazy. I'm gonna give him a call.
Hello.
I just gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
I am bigger than you, stronger than you, faster than you.
Is this Santa?
I'm the governor of California.
You know, all full of rotten keys over there.
Something like that. There goes Dad. Hey, you wanna bring me a sandwich? Just a couple more rounds. I bet Ellie misses me. Probably wondering what I'm doing. I wonder if she still smells like skunk.
An inch of rain coming up here on Saturday.
Hear that? An inch of rain coming up on Saturday. Oh! Talk dirty to me, weather boy. Talk dirty to me. I love this message from Dad. Time to eat. Oh, let's get it. Howdy. Doesn't look like anything calved over there. Tomorrow's Friday, and there's a fella coming to pick up the last that we have to calve. Keep it shut, girls. We don't need any more. Hopefully they hold on to them for another couple days. Hope you guys enjoyed the land roller. We got a few more days with that unit. Tomorrow we'll be planting, rolling, and then Saturday, it sounds like we might have a good shot of rain. So a good chance at a good shot of rain. We'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. You can make a big pizza with that thing. Maybe even 2 big pizzas.